Recently, I've been seeing so many videos of people talking about how dry gaming is right now. Well, let me tell you one thing. It ain't dry at all. Broaden your horizons. And that's what this video is going to be about. Telling you about all these fantastic indie games that you should definitely give a chance. Plus, most of them are kind to your wallet. So it wouldn't hurt to try. I'll be going through multiple different genres of games, and I won't be talking about the bigger indie games most people know, such as Hollow Knight, which is still a great indie game that you should definitely play if you haven't. Also, this new game called Splitgate, it's pretty big, but holy it is so amazing. It reemerges the old Xbox Halo days within me at an even faster rate of gunplay. This game is amazing and always fun, except when you get a map made for camping, but most of the time it can be countered. With that out of the way, let us begin. First up, Deep Rock Galactic, a game where you play as space dwarves working as coal miners across the galaxy. You go to different parts of alien planets collecting rare minerals, saving your space station's assets, or collecting some shrooms to sell to junkies. An overall great experience. I bought this game for me and a couple friends, and we had great fun with it. This game has a lot of polish and care put into it. The main hub area is filled with funny quirks, and each character, though cookie cutter, is lovable. Missions can get very long at times though, and like I said, this is a co-op tower defense game with different roles. So if this isn't your thing, it'll still be enjoyable. It'll just lose its luster after a decent amount of playtime. Second game, Flinthook. Now, this is a very hard game. It is a roguelike game. Or a rogue game? A roguelite game? I don't know what type. There's so many names for these kind of games. Just look it up on Steam. You play as a ghost space pirate taking down bounties across the universe. And, together with your special belt that can slow down time, you can blast your enemies down. I first got this game pretty soon after it came out, and I actually stopped playing it because of its difficulty. But, I came back to it last year, and unbeknownst to me, I stopped right before the final boss. So, I played through his levels and beat the game. This game is a high-intensity, highly chaotic experience that can be beaten pretty quickly if you are a god gamer. It is definitely worth looking into, and its music bangs. But don't feel too bad if its difficulty you find too daunting. The gameplay is pretty fun, and the bosses are well done. There are plenty of nail-biters in almost every screen, but the gameplay doesn't change too much as it goes on. Just gets more stuff put on screen. Now, a couple weeks ago, I flew out to see my good buddy Dogfella, so that we can play video games right next to each other instead of over the internet. Because of this, I bought multiple co-op indie games for us to mess around in, and luckily, I chose correctly. So, for this segment, it's all going to be co-op indie games to play with your buds. I'm going to start this part off with a little game called Wizard of Legend. This game is hard as bro. We played this game probably the most, and we're not able to beat it. In this game, you play as two wizards chosen to participate in the Chaos Trials to become the Wizards of Legend. There are many attacks to be obtained, new combos to be found, and each attack has an element attached to it. Fire, water, earth, ground, and electric. Each element has its own strength and weakness. As you go through each run, your goal is to build a very powerful build so that you can destroy the bosses and minions easily. But finding this perfect build is not easy. There are 9 levels total, I think. We never got to the game, so there could have been more, but from what it shows, 9 total. 2 dungeon crawl-esque levels for each segment, where you try to find a mini-boss to get to the next stage. And every 3rd level in the set is the big boss, a Wizard of Legend. Each level can be very punishing, and we rarely got to the final sets of levels, but it was pretty fun regardless. The feeling of both of us comboing an enemy was very satisfying. I feel like this is more of a niche game, but Mr. Dogfella really liked it, and I didn't think that he would. So, maybe it's not. Perhaps I'm wrong. Anyways, watch some videos about it and see for yourself if you'd like it or not. Or don't, I'm not your dad. The other game we played a good bit is this Dungeons and Dragons type game called For the King. This game was the perfect, chill, turn-based party game. The art style is great, and the game and its functions were very enjoyable. The games are long, but I guess that's what you get when playing a Dungeons and Dragons game. I don't know what else to say about it, really. It's like Fire Emblem, but instead of robots, you play with your friends. But it's not really like Fire Emblem because it's not like a turn-based thing. Like, it's Dungeons and Dragons, I guess. There's roles. Best I can say, Dungeons and Dragons. The art style is very good and charming, and then accompanied with that are the animations. They're very funny. Like the way you shoot the blunderbuss, you just hold it up and bang, dead. Good stuff. On a side note, Soda Poppin' played this game on stream a couple days ago for like a whole day, so I assume it's pretty good. These next two games are the most recent indie games that I absolutely fell in love with. First up, I'm going to talk about this game called Into the Breach. Now, I heard about this game multiple times in the past, but I never really sunk my teeth into it. Well, since I was traveling this summer, I decided to buy the game on my Switch so that I could play it on my flights, and boy, I got addicted to it. This game is a turn-based, map-based tactical RPG, such as games like Fire Emblem. Though, in this game, the maps are a lot smaller and the combat system isn't as complicated as other games. That being said, the simpleness allows this game to make each encounter very intense and to the point. As soon as you are dropped in, you have to think about how to fight, because if you do not kill an enemy or block an enemy from spawning, you can get overwhelmed very quickly. This more simplified system also allows them to add many more abilities and upgrades. There are several teams of heroes, which are mechs, and each of them have different starting abilities. One of my personal favorites was the smoke team. All of their attacks create smoke, and their starting ability turns the smoke into electric smoke, doing 1 damage at the end of each turn. This made it really fun to attack the enemies indirectly and just cover the map in smoke. So 1, they can't attack, and then they also take damage in the process. And there are plenty of other abilities like this to explore and different combos you can utilize. I very much recommend picking it up. The final game I'm going to talk about is one that blew my mind, and I had so much fun with it. I've already made a video about this game and uploaded the VODs of me playing through it. Katana Zero. This game's story, this game's gameplay, animation, everything about it is so wonderful. It blew me away and I had such a great time. I don't want to get into too much specifics because I don't want to spoil the game, so I'll just generalize. You are a superhuman with the ability to see into the future and manipulate time, and as you go throughout the game, you uncover your dark history. The gameplay is simple, but again, so fun and addicting. It feels so good to reflect bullets and slice and dice your opponents. Also, the music bangs. My personal favorite is Overdose. The way it swells to its climax is so fun to listen to. Please check this game out. It was made by one guy, at least I'm pretty sure. And I checked out their other games and followed them on Twitter. They will be adding a content update sometime shortly, so I definitely recommend picking up this game, because it's only gonna get better. Thank you guys for watching. I was hoping to make this video kind of short, but I imagine it went up to a regular length video. Hopefully not though. If you are new, I hope you enjoyed. I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed. I am constantly coming up with ideas for new videos and constantly playing games. I have already found another indie game that I will be playing called The Messenger. Looks very fun, and I will be streaming that sometime in the future on my Twitch. Link in the description. Also, I'm going to be starting up college again soon, and I will be working. So I'm not going to be able to stream as much, but I am definitely going to keep up with uploading. So again, please support me by subscribing, and check out my other videos. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you for watching.